So I had my first abortion when I was 13. I didn't even know that what was happening to me could get me pregnant. I thought that the only way you could get raped was like in a dark alley. No one explains to you that you can get raped by a family member. Or that actually that's how it mostly happens. It's usually someone you know or someone close to you. My mom had me when she was 16. My dad was like in and out of jail. He left when I was like 10. And then my mom met this guy. He had 4 daughters of his own. I think that was why my mom also trusted him. 3 of them lived in Los Angeles. He would go visit them, and he would take me with him. He would just take me on these car rides, and he would basically like rape me on the way there. So that happened for a really long time. One time, they gave me the pill and I took it when I was at home, and my mom and my siblings were there. And I got really sick, and they were all there. And it was just, I was just sick. Because I used to get sick a lot as a kid. And so it was just like me being sick again. It was honestly going to college that really helped me realize that what was happening to me was just like not right, not normal.
Ruth called into the police department to make the report. I talked to Ruth for probably 2 hours on the phone. She remembered every detail. And so we made this timeline. And that's when I realized her house was across the street from where I grew up. We lived on the corner in a 2-story house. All the neighbors knew each other. We would always have block parties. It's just your normal middle class suburban neighborhood. We would ride our bicycles. There's not a whole lot of cars driving through. Absolutely a safe area.
I didn't really ever feel like I belonged. We were kind of like the weird ones on the block. But it was partially because we were also becoming really religious, and so it was like, oh, well, the world is not a safe place for you. I had to like wear like long skirts. I wasn't allowed to like watch TV or listen to the radio. They would actually like lock the TV. It was a lot of fear.
I was really sheltered as a kid. I went to school, was on the honor roll, I played 3 sports, I worked at Starbucks.
I started being homeschooled when I was in 8th grade. It was very much like just me alone.
Once Ruth's family had moved out, I had babysat the kid and spent a lot of time with that family in that house.
I had to go through like different rooms in the house where things happened and describe that in as much detail as I possibly could. And she knew the rooms. It was like meant to be in a weird way. He was trying to like say like he didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, what do you mean you don't know what you're talking about? You don't remember this and this and this? And I just like blurted out just so much, like the abortions and like the rape and just like all of it. And he finally, at the end, it was like a quiet, and then finally he said, well, I'm sorry, and that's all I have to say. And that's when like Crystal, she's just like, we got it.
We were able to get a solid pretext. We were able to get solid evidence. And we were able to get a confession, and that doesn't always happen.
He can't do this to anyone else. Almost my whole life, I've had to think about this. And I don't have to think about it anymore. It's like a wound. It's not about picking at the wound. It's about airing out the wound and letting it breathe in order for it to finally scar over. It's always going to be there. It's a scar, but it's going to heal.